Important for us comics to fail, and we really don't like failing at shows. So this is a very important piece of the puzzle for us as comedians, for you guys to help us grow, help us let us know what's wrong, what not to say on stage, what to say on stage. And if you thought something was especially funny, please come up to a comic tonight and talk about it. And if you think that you could do this, come talk to a comic tonight, because the next time we have this, we want to have more people doing it. We want to have more people. We want to have more people in the scene. It's just fun. You guys, thank you again for coming out. Give it up for yourself one more time. As we've said, I'm Zach Acid. I am the mullet influencer online. If you come up and ask me if I'm in my Joe Dirt costume, I will bust you in the mouth. Alright, my culture is not my costume. Alright, get that one out of the way. A little stat I read the other day, there's 1.5 school shootings a day in America. And I'm a little bit worried about it, but I think it's going to be all right because my son keeps getting in these half of school shootings and he's making it through all right. That's a joke because they had one in Radford the other day too. Did y'all hear about that? No. It was on the Facebook. We got nods back here in the back. Somebody is on the Facebook pages, right? Yeah. There was a SWAT team, but it was all over northeast Tennessee and southwest Virginia. They had a bunch of people organized call-in school threats on schools. It was wild. Yeah, just thought I'd break in that joke really nice and easy with you guys. Yeah. I was gonna do it at Sharky's, but it was 24 hours after it had happened, and so I was like, I'll give it until the open mic. Still doesn't seem good enough for you guys. I think I'll stick it away for another year, so we can get that thing up to 2.5. Y'all are laughing at the worst shit. I think this is gonna go well for me. Man, comedy's a really weird thing because it's the only time your family will ever be blatantly I don't support you. Yeah. My grandma the other day, we were having a little conversation. Her twin brother had died. And so we had an extra cousin in the room that was not around very often. And so I had to explain myself. I'm I'm a stand-up comedian. I like fishing a lot. And my grandma was like, why don't you show her a picture of a fish you caught? And I love prodding with my Nana about comedy. So I was like, well, Nana, I got a lot of pictures of stand-up right here. And I showed her one. She's like, well, straight up. She said, well, we don't support that here. Find a picture of a fish. And I was like, all right, bitch. I'll find you a picture of a fish. I have a whole album full. Matter of fact, I've been doing comedy long enough to know that girls don't like it. And I thought it was so fucking funny that you girls complain about seeing fish pictures on Tinder. I went and got one tattooed right here. So you gotta see it every time you suck my dick. But anyway, so my Nana was straight up we don't support that shit. And so get down to the end of the conversation, and I'm going outside to work, and she's like, you're coming to your Uncle Bobby's funeral this Friday, right? And I'm trying to think of a way to be no, I'm going fishing. And I couldn't. I was just I gotta be nice. I gotta find a way. How would she say this? And I looked right at her and I was like, Nana, I don't know if I support old people dying. But I was walking outside of the house to go weed eating, and I had got done with that, and I'd walk back in the house and hugging everybody, and I was leaving, getting ready to leave, and my granny asked me, she said, now how much is that work you did worth? I said, now, Nanny, I was out there hauling a weed eater around for about 45 minutes. In comedy, I get paid real good just by the minute to hold a microphone and stand still and be funny. You do a little bit of math, bitch. She come up with $40. That's a lot better than I get paid for comedy. So. Shout out Nana. I might be mad at her a little bit, but not much. Not too bad. Not too fucking bad. Oh man, I wrote down really, really small notes. Oh, we were talking about the drag band. Everybody's talking about the drag band. Is it anybody heard about the drag band in Buchanan, Virginia? See, we need some news hounds in here. I'm playing the Daily Show for Virginians. So, Buchanan, Virginia is easily one of the most backwoods, southern, racist towns in Virginia. They're straight up about it. Hurley High School, look them up. Hurley County, I don't think it's county. Hurley High School rebels have like the Confederate flag painted on the front door still. It's wild, yeah. Fucking yeah. That's a wild thing, dude. I like the way you came with a nice right off the bat. That's fucking wild. That's actually the best punchline all night, I think. But anyway, that high school, that county was like, yo, we're gonna ban drag too. But they got a little thing that fucking held them up. They got a powder puff football game that buys like jerseys and shit for their high school football team every couple of years. So they're like, well, we can't not be doing that. And like powder puff football, that's like basically not drag. It's like, it's drag, but you're not being gay about it, right? Well, we can have that. And so they wrote up a whole drag ban article where they were basically like, we're going to ban every bit of drag in Buchanan County, Virginia, which is not happening, guys. It is not happening. There's like barely 16 trailers that are held down. But anyway, so yeah, they were like, we can have it if it's not too gay. And then this week it came out that they had a district attorney that was like, guys, come on. You said not if it was too gay, and they basically wrote him back a letter that was like, y'all are dumb, come on, write something better than this. And that's the most political I'll get, because, yeah, talk to Catherine about voting. Remember that good line I had about it, drag, but not being gay? Remember that one? And I'll write it down too, because this is pandering now. It's not even comedy. Damn it, I wrote a lot of really small notes and I was expecting to have a stool here. I don't ever have not a stool. Oh, and I've been going to a lot of shows and taking a lot of LSD recently. And I think we should all admit to being adult drug users, right? We're at a coffee shop. We all, caffeine's the number one consumed drug in America. Let's just call it like it is. We've all had a little bit. Now, whether you dove into sativa and indica, have y'all got that far? Because I've gone into some weird tunnels with drug use. I just need to gauge this crowd, and y'all are like not interacting at all. Like, one person's back there like, she's tried some stuff, but everybody else is pretty stiff. I got you. Just want to say that I've been taking LSD, and it really makes you reflect on yourself. And it's made me realize how fucking much of an asshole I was when I was drunk. I have heard a lot of things. I've heard about a lot of happy drunks. I've heard about a lot of mad drunks. I've even heard about violent drunks. But I've never heard about a kind, polite drunk. Have y'all? God damn it, I laughed really fucking hard when I thought of that on LSD. I was like, damn, that's gonna fucking kill, and apparently everybody in here drinks. That's the problem too with comedy, is like, man, I'm like, I want to exercise these thoughts that I have in my head, but I'm like, God, I'm just gonna tell a bunch of drunks that, man, they're loud sometimes when we go out, and I'm sitting there like, we always have conversations after the fact, and it's like, man, I can't remember what we said last night. I was like, dude, if I took a psychedelic, I could tell you our conversation, a conversation behind me, a conversation right here, a conversation right here, and all the possible consequences of all those conversations as well that I sat and thought about all fucking night too. So it's just striking to me. I don't know how alcohol is, I get it how it's taken over the land, but I don't know. I had a lot of lines written down about this that I fucking just got jambled in like I took acid before this set. But I didn't. Thank God, I can just get a little bit of sleep tonight. But thank you guys for coming out. And this is like an open mic, so like, thank you guys for telling me where I failed. I feel it in here in the room tonight. I can see it. But this is not a normal crowd for a comedy show, and I'm glad to see the diversity in the room and a lot of new faces out there. I'm glad to see you guys coming out and seeing different things. And this is all stuff that's, like I said, it's all new jokes. We got shows coming up this week at Bull and Bones. When's your Lost in Taste date?
Lost in Taste is May, end of May, last Saturday in May at Lost in Taste in Christiansburg.
Lost in Taste in Christiansburg. If you want to see us put on a real show, we have Bull and Bones. We have Lost in Taste coming up at the end of May. I just worked out a date with Sharky's in Radford. I have a lot of things coming. Follow at the Mullet Influencer on TikTok or Instagram. Zach Acid, A-S-S-A-D. You can't fuck that up. Just type in ass on there, you'll find me. Yeah, and we got a lot of shows coming up where we do a lot better material. I don't show up in Crocs and my murder socks. No, sometimes I do show up Crocs murder socks, but usually I have pants on and, presentable. Thank you guys for coming out, though. Be sure and get you a coffee on the way out for the morning. If you do that sort of thing. I don't know how that works. But yeah, give it a shout out to Abdul and Arabica Coffee and Cafe. Thank you guys again. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, put the measure back on. It's quiet. Yeah, damn.